All right, welcome to another video. This one is called Buzzing from Alcohol-Free Beer. This came from two different comments. The first one was from Solution Girl, and she said, I was told it takes 12 alcohol-free beers to equal one regular beer. But based on this study, who knows? This was a study that I obviously did in the video. I think it was the students who, they took 70 or 80 students and they gave them alcohol-free beer and saw what their blood alcohol level was after drinking 1.5 liters of this beer over a single hour. Which is based on this study, who knows? Personally, if someone drinks alcohol-free beer, it's way better than alcohol. I'm all about substitutions if needed. And Jacori Adams says, no, you can't get drunk, but you'll get a buzz if you drink enough. Right, I think there's a bit of a misconception about this 12 beers versus one beer. You know, in that study we were talking about students who drank 1.5 liters of alcohol-free beer in an hour. So in order to do this, you have to figure out what we're looking for, how long it takes you to drink a single beer, right? And not a beer that would, when you're thirsty, right? You know, when I was thirsty, I could drink a single beer in 30 seconds, right? You know, it would just be down the hatch. But over an evening, I could drink maybe anywhere between 4 beers and 12 beers. I very rarely went over 12 beers. Now, alcohol-free beers, I very, very, very rarely go over 2 beers. Maximum usually is just 1 beer. But let's take the amount of beers that you would normally have when you were drinking, right? So when I was drinking, it would be probably a beer every 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So between 20 minutes and half an hour. Now, the point is, and this matters a lot, you know, there's a big difference between drinking 12 beers at once or drinking 1 beer at once, 1 alcohol-free beer at once, and drinking 12 alcohol-free beers, because you would have to drink the same 12 alcohol beers in the same time frame. So if you drank 1 beer in 20 minutes, you would have to drink those 12 beers in that same 20 minutes in order for you to get the same buzz, and that's just not possible. That's what we're saying about impossible to get that same buzz. Do you get what I mean? It has to be in your system. It has to be overloaded in your system. You know, it really does matter how you put the alcohol into your body. You know, you can drink a bottle of wine over a whole night, or you can just glug it down, and it's going to make a whole difference in your body. Same with a bottle of vodka. You know, you can drink a bottle of vodka over 2 days, or you can drink a bottle of vodka over a night. But if you sit there and you glug it down as quickly as you can, it's going to have a whole different effect on your system. So that's what we're saying about the alcohol-free beers, that it matters the duration. So if you're drinking, you know, the devil is definitely in the detail, and the same thing goes with the substitutions. As one of the commenters said earlier on, she's quite happy to make substitutions where she can. But it depends on the context. It depends on the context of the substitutions that you're making. If you're making substitutions that you're trying to avoid getting out of the habit, if you're trying to avoid getting out of the old lifestyle, then you're going to be in trouble. You know, for instance, if let's say I would normally go to a bar, and on average I drink 6 pints in a bar, and I'm switching those out for alcohol-free beers and still going to the bar. Now, everyone else around me is getting drunk. Everyone else around me is doing the same thing as they normally would. How long am I going to last doing that? Trying to live that old lifestyle instead of making the changes. And it's one of the biggest blocks for people when they move forward. That's why we always say, stop the flow, do the work and move on. You've got to move on with your life. You've got to do other things, and you might as well start that whole journey as soon as you stop the flow. That's what the do the work part of the process is. It's about changing so much about your life, changing so much about your mindsets. So if you want help stopping drinking, we've got the beginner's guide to getting and staying sober down below. It's absolutely free. Just click on the link. You'll find it really helpful to just get you kick started into the journey. And for anyone who's starting out this journey, don't forget we've got a 2-week preparation stage within Habits V2 within the program. So please do take that into account if you're thinking about signing up. All right, take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.